a painting is kind of like a book. It's never really done, right? And if you're a painter and you're watching this today, we're going to show you how to finish a painting, because nobody ever talks about that on this program and everywhere else. It's always like how to start a painting, how to do a painting, but nobody ever talks about how to finish a painting. So we had to ask ourselves, who in the world, if we could get one person to go and show us how to finish a painting, who would that be? And it turns out it's an artist in Louisville, Kentucky, world famous. Her name is Lynn Dunbar. Lynn, you're going to teach us how to finish a painting. Exactly what are you going to talk about today?
Well, I'm going to thanks Eric for having me on here. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate this opportunity. But I'm going to talk about the stages of a painting. There's 3 different stages, and how to finish your painting with a little pop. What do you do at the end that makes it sparkle?
All right.
Gives it
Well, let's
life.
get this show started. We'll be right back.
It's Art School Live with Eric Rhoads. Now, here's your host, Eric Rhoads.
And today we're going to learn how to finish a painting. And, you know, this is really a good thing, because sometimes you're looking at your painting and you can't figure out what it needs. And Lynn Dunbar is going to help us with that today. And she's really a good artist too. You want to see some of her work? Let's pop some of that up right now so you get a feel for what she does. There we go. Wow, look at that. See, it's finished. Okay, that's nice. Really lovely. Very lovely. All right. So, there's another one. Good. That's really terrific. So Lynn's going to tell us how to finish painting. Lynn, first off, what medium are you painting in today?
I'm painting in oil.
Oil. Okay.
Yes.
But this really apply to almost any painting, because even though you would approach it differently with watercolor, you'd approach acrylic and gouache about the same way. So let's get right into it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the 3 stages. First is block in, when you have your painting broken down into different shapes, and you just put in the 3 to 5 significant colors. You mix the colors, a mid-tone approximate value. So you would have something like this. This would be your block in. 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes. Then you go to your middle painting, and this is where you vary your colors, you soften your edges, and you create more interesting shapes, which would be more like this.
Okay, so you're adding a little bit more detail.
A little more detail.
Yeah.
So how do we take the painting from this to finish? And the finish would be like that.
Okay.
Adding accents, using your painting knife, and smaller brushes.
And you're actually going to do a demonstration today.
I am. I wanted to explain that. And
Right.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to switch the camera so you see my palette.
Okay, great. Lynn is also a sculptor, and you can see some of her work in the background. Okay, now we have the camera moved. We can see her palette. Get as close in there as you possibly can be, because we want to see as much of the painting as possible, Lynn.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay.
All right, good.
Okay. You can see from the image I have, I broke this down into shapes. I got to a point, let's say I'm outdoors and I'm plein air painting and I have 2 hours and I get this far and then the light changes. And so then you either take it to the completion through memory, through sketches, through photos, or you could come back the next day, weather providing, and finish the painting. So here we have a foreground, middle ground, and distance, background. The emphasis in this painting is the middle ground and distance. The middle ground where the barge and tug is. So I'm going to do some things. I have this blocked in, the foliage, and what does this painting need? What does it need? Well, I would like to push this distance, push it back a little bit in the distance. And let's see, maybe define the edge of where the land meets the water and get a little more detail in the tug and barge. This we're going to leave. We're going to leave it not as defined because it will draw us back into the painting by leaving this not as defined and darker shadow area. Okay, so I'm going to try to mix up color that pushes this back. In order to do that, one way to do it is to take some sky color and mix it into this paint. And it will push it back because you're looking through the sky at that landmass. So I have a little sky color mixed up, but here we go. And this is got sap green and some grayed color into it. So I'm going to try to mix up a color to push
Did you
that back
say
a little
that's the
bit.
Mississippi?
It's the Ohio River.
Ohio River.
Yeah, in Kentucky, we're known for bourbon, bluegrass, horse racing, and we have this wonderful river going through northern Kentucky.
All
So,
right. I was going to ask you to spell Mississippi, but now you don't have to. Every time I hear that word, I flash back to my mother trying to teach me how to do that for a spelling test.
so let's see if we're getting
So
it
you're trying to
grayed
match
down.
that color?
No, I'm trying to vary it because at the end of your painting, you don't want to match it. You want to vary the colors, and that's what adds some of the pop in there. Sometimes, oops, I could tell it's too dark. So sometimes you just have to put a little dot down. And let's say this is a painting I already did, and it's dry. So now I
Okay.
could go back in and add some of the pop.
All right.
Let's see. So I have my,
Hello to Jeff in The Hague, Netherlands. If you guys want to tell us where you're watching from, we'd love to hear from you.
oh, okay, there, that's pushing it back some.
When you say pushing it back, would you explain what that means, please?
I'm pushing it back. That's a distant hill. So I'm trying to push it back into the distance a
And
little
how do you
bit.
push it back? What are the tools you need to push it back?
I gray it, the color, and so in order to do that, I add a little like blue gray
All right.
into the original color. So we're gonna see how this is going. Oh, there we go.
I've been gone for a while. I guess I did Friday. Well, oh, that's right. I did yesterday. That's right. Forget. I always forget.
Well, and you're gonna be gone soon too, right?
Yeah, they have me going 120 days this year.
There, that pushed that back a little bit.
Yeah, so that makes it feel like it's further distant.
Yes.
And are you using pretty thick paint?
I am at the end. I like to use thicken it. Then I'm adding a little bit more to the sky, a little lighter value.
Okay. And then you soften those edges too, I assume, right?
Yep.
All right. Wow, that really looks like there's light hitting it now, or fog or something.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have some, we have some shapes in the distance here.
Yeah.
And I like to use my palette knife to try to block in a little bit. We're going to add a little distant wheat,
Wheat.
or yeah, wheat or soy, whatever it is that's out there, and it's some of it's mature. So
So it must be fall.
yeah, that's a fall day.
Hello, Kokomo. Oh, come on. Lean Porter Allen says 120 days at your age, Eric. I couldn't do it. Enjoy it while you can. Oh, man. 120 days is nothing. Eileen, come on. You can do it. You just got to work out every day. It makes a big difference. Keeps your brain pliable. I'm seeing all my friends on here. It's nice to see you guys in here. Karen Shoemaker says, I remember when Eric was saying back in 2020 that he hoped he wouldn't be on the road as much. They have him traveling. Yeah, I'm out. Karen, I'm out 120 days this year. So, but I'm cheating. A lot of that is I'm going to go to art school in Florence. And so I'm going to be gone for 5 weeks just doing art school in Florence.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Something I've always wanted to do. So I decided I better get it done. Hello, Arkansas.
I'm adding a little land masses.
Now, did you paint everything relatively thinly, or
I
you
did.
a lot of heavy paint before and you add your heavy paint later? What's the story?
Yeah, I painted thinly and I used a lot of transparent. I experimented. I used some phthalo blue and I used some Indian yellow and ultramarine and um, oh, red oxide. All those are transparent colors. So I used those first.
Okay. By the way, I'm going to be doing, if all goes well, I'm going to be doing the daily show from Florence every day for 5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Lynn is asking if I started my Italian lessons. No, I haven't. I guess I probably should.
I'm defining some of the trees in the distance.
Okay. Hey, Jeff, he's saying 5 weeks is going to be hard work. I said, I'm thinking, Jeff, you need to come and join me. Jeff works so hard. He's always traveling the world for his job.
Wow. I would like to join you too in Florence.
More the merrier. You know, it's a 5 week course. I think it's sold out. It was sold out, and then somebody dropped out, so I was able to get in. It's at the Florence Academy. There's several. There's the Florence Academy of Art, and then there's the Florence classical school. There's a bunch of different schools in Florence, but this is the Florence Academy of Art.
So I'm adding a little dark to the bottom of the trees in the distance. Oh,
All right.
okay.
Jeff is coming to the plein air convention. All right, Jeff, you guys should all come and meet Jeff. It's terrific. I'm going to be there too. As a matter of fact, I get home from Florence on Sunday, and then I go 2 days later, I go to the plein air convention. So no rest for the weary. Gerda from the Netherlands, welcome. Okay, what we're doing today, in case you missed it, is our guest Lynn Dunbar is telling us how to finish a painting. And what she's doing is going over the painting right now in the middle ground, strengthening that, and then she's going to work on other parts of the painting. And so the idea of what do you do after you let a painting sit for a while? What do you do to go back to it? And what do you see that you want to change?
Yes. So I'm going to put in a little reflection on the tug.
Okay.
And it seems to be a little warmer. Okay.
Yeah. So what's the rule on reflections? You make you make it a little bit darker typically if it's a light color, and if it's a dark color, you make it a little bit lighter. Is that the deal? Or is it all darker?
I always think it's darker, but I guess it would depend on the day.
Might.
That sounds like the distance. The distance gets like that.
Are we having fun yet?
Oh, yeah.
I have hundreds of unfinished paintings. I just need to go back and finish.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
more than hundreds.
I'm putting in some trees, little trees in the distance.
All right.
Okay. Going to define these trees a little bit. Dragging that shadow back.
Here's a question from Sparky, who always has great questions. Is the pop created when you lay primary and secondary colors over earth tones?
Oh, huh. It sounds like you could get pop that way, but lots of times I do the pop by laying complementary colors over each other.
Okay. That makes sense. So explain, let's pull up the color wheel real quickly in the corner. A complementary color is the opposite of a color. So if somebody is watching this, you see the yellow, the complementary color to the yellow is what? It's purple. And so if you were laying something over a purple, you would lay yellow over it. That would be a complementary color. It helps it vibrate. Okay, you can pull it down. We have a new producer, Megan. She's doing a great job. Everybody say, welcome, Megan.
Welcome, Megan. We got sunlight on this scene, so I'm putting a little sunlight in the distance.
Okay. There's another question. This question is, how long can a painting be left unfinished? Would there be separation if wet oil is put over dry? I can answer that if you don't want to. You decide.
You answer it. I don't know that one.
Okay. You can paint over anything anytime ever, but you do need to do what's called oiling down. So that way it will help the paint kind of reconnect with the other paint. But there are paintings, when they look under a black light, of a famous painting, they'll realize that somebody put a tree over a dog or something because they didn't like what it did. You can show that on an X-ray, but the painting itself looks fine. So you just take a little bit of linseed oil or a little bit of medium, and you rub it, put it on a cloth, and you rub it down on the painting so that the whole painting is a little bit shiny or surfacey. And then you take that cloth and wipe most of it down. So it's just to the touch, there's a little bit of it there. That'll help your paint adhere a little better. It'll help your paint move more smoothly. So you can do that as long as you want. But remember, there's an old axiom. It's called thin over thick, or lean, fat over lean. So you don't put thin paint over thick paint. And so if you're doing something like what Lynn is doing, she's putting palette knife, which is thick, over paintings that was not as thick. So you always save the thickest paint for last. Otherwise, it'll crack.
Now I'm taking my palette knife. I don't know if you can see my palette.
Yep. But now we can see your painting. Okay, you're going to go
right.
back.
I thinly spread the paint, clean off the palette knife, and I take the edge into the paint, move it slightly, and now I have a straight line edge of paint on that palette knife.
All right. But we
And
can't see your painting. Can't see your painting. Bring it down. You moved it up.
And now I take it and I just lay it down on there.
Dolly is asking, can I chat on the TV when I'm watching it on the TV? I don't think so. I think you have to chat. And if you're watching on YouTube, you got to chat on the YouTube on your computer or your phone. That's a good thing to do, by the way, is to put these up on your big screen TV. You can do that with any phone.
Adding a little dark to make the barges pop.
They do pop.
Now I'm going to add a little light on the barge.
All right. What I think what we'll do, Lynn, is we'll take a quick little break, and then we'll come back before you add the light, because the light is when things really start to pop. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're going to be back with Lynn in just a second. We're finishing a painting. I'm Eric Rhoads, and this is Art School Live. We're here every weekday at 12 noon. We have been since COVID began. I was a young man when this started. Okay. So what I want to tell you about first off is that I'm going to be leaving on Thursday and going to Savannah. And on Friday, my winter art escape begins. And it's going to be 68 degrees. We're going to be on the beach. We're going to be painting every day in Savannah and Hilton Head. We're going to have a great time. That event is sold out, I'm sorry to say. And now, after everybody experiencing the winter, next time we announce the next one, which is actually going to be further south, everybody's going to be like, I'm signing up the minute it comes out, because I'm not going to wait, because you're going to get a winter storm. So anyway, okay, so what do we have coming up? First off, we have a free gift for you. We have a gift which is 201 essential plein air tips. And plein air is outdoor painting. You can get yours at pleinairmagazine.com/ebook. All right. And I want to play this little promo for the plein air convention real quickly. Let's do that right now.
If you're like most painters, you sometimes wonder if you're good enough to grow, good enough to paint alongside others, good enough to take a leap like this. I want you to hear this. Every master once felt exactly the way you do. The Plein Air Convention isn't an elite retreat. It's the world's largest gathering of plein air painters, but it feels amazingly small. 5 stages running at once means you're never lost in a crowd. You pick the demos you love, you move freely between rooms, you learn at your own pace. Unlike other art conventions where every session is an upcharge, PACE gives you complete access to everything. Every stage, every demo, every session, all included for one price. Other conventions make you pay for every session you attend, and you can't change if you don't love it. At PACE, all sessions are open to all people. Included in your price, you'll find small groups forming naturally. Beginners painting next to other beginners or alongside great masters. Strangers become friends within minutes. At PACE, everyone is an equal, welcomed, supported, and encouraged. No one here judges your skill level. Everybody remembers what it felt like to be new at painting. And here's the best part of the event. You don't ever need to feel alone or to paint alone, not even for a single minute. PACE becomes your tribe. The friendships you make here can last a lifetime.
You know, when it's very comfortable atmosphere, people are all very, very friendly. It's a wonderful experience. I mean, it's a wealth of information.
Then we go outside into the incredible beauty of the amazing Ozarks. Dramatic light, peaceful afternoons, and views that beg to be painted. And you're painting shoulder to shoulder with some of the greatest living artists who have become your newest friends. If you've been waiting for the right moment to grow, to connect, and to feel inspired again, this is it. Join us for 5 life-changing days at the Plein Air Convention and Expo. Seats are limited, so register now and don't miss your chance to discover what you're truly capable of.
Okay, guys, I want you guys to make a heart. Everybody, do it. Even though while you're watching, make a heart. A heart is a reminder that Valentine's Day is the last day to register at the current early bird price. If there are seats left, you can register after that. You want to get there. We have, first off, the main hotel is already sold out, but that doesn't matter because the other hotels are great. They're right nearby. They're like 5 minutes away. We have a shuttle to the other hotels. You're not going to miss anything. You're going to have a great time. And so make sure that you get signed up because this is all about learning together, being with your tribe, meeting new people, learning from the top masters, going outdoors and painting together with a lot of your friends. It's going to be a great experience, but you got to go. And this year, it's really great driving distance. Great meaning not great, meaning short-ish, depending on where you live, but it's more centrally located than any place that we've been. And as a result, you know, it's not all that far. So for instance, Lynn is in Louisville. It's not that far from Louisville. It's probably not even a day's drive. So you guys need to come to the Plein Air Convention. And Jeff Eickhoff, if he can come from the Hague in the Netherlands, you can certainly get in your car and come, or you can fly in if you want. You fly to Springfield and that's about, I don't know, 30, 40 minute ride. But anyway, do it. It's going to be terrific. Okay, so let's get back to Lynn Dunbar, and we're learning how to finish a painting. Lynn, take it away.
Okay, we have some detail we want to start putting in. I'm going to put some light on the barges. So I take up a mixture of my red, which is naphthol, alizarin. I add a little green to it, a little white, and I'm going to see how it looks, if it looks like light when I put it down. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So I just need some little pieces of light on there. Well, yeah. And a lot of the light, I use the Indian yellow, just a little bit of Indian yellow in there, and it really makes it feel like that sunlight, that bright sunlight's on it. Okay. So we also want to define maybe just a little bit of the barge. So I'm making a mud color to put in there. And once again, I'm using my palette knife. Yeah, just a suggestion. Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Little shadow in the water.
What's your recommendation for people if they're not used to using a palette knife? How do they do that?
Just practice. You take it, smooth out that paint on your palette, and just cut into it. You turn it sideways and cut into that, and you get a nice line on your palette knife. And then you just try to hold still and put it down. Sometimes people move them around too while they're painting, like for branches and stuff. So we'll try to put some branches in down here. So I'll take that dark color, that dark shadow color, and we'll see if that does any good putting in some branches. So you could bend your knife. So it does. You can vary the color a little bit. So not all the branches are the same. There you go. See how my knife is bending a little bit when I put it down. It bends because the branches aren't necessarily straight. There we go. Maybe, right here it seems a little dark, so maybe I just touch it to pick up some of that. There we go. Yeah. Don't drink too much Coke before you do this, or else you can't hold the palette knife straight.
Yeah. Okay, cool. If you guys are digging this, if you have questions, go into the comments.
So we want to also put in some detail in the distance, like maybe some of those white fences. That would be fun. So first of all, I'm going to try to get some shoreline on there, little intermittent shoreline. Maybe dragging some, here I go, I'm going to use a little brush. Dragging some more of that warm color down into the water. Just varying it because you don't want it all to look the same. Okay.
All right.
Then I'll try to put a little, here's where some of the pop comes in too. We'll see how that looks.
So Sharon is asking, what is the composition of a dark shadow color?
Dark shadow color in here. It's marine blue, naphthol red, a little alizarin, and a black and white, and just a tad of ochre. So it's most of your limited palette. You mix it together so till you get like a grade purple, a grade purple color. So, okay, I'm adding a little shoreline. Oh, well, yeah, that made a good little pop. You don't want to make it all the same. You vary it, you know. So you have a little bit here and a little bit there.
No, that really made a difference.
Yeah.
Pop
Okay.
goes the easel.
Yeah. Sometime when you're plein air painting, your easel does do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mixed up a little of Indian yellow and white. I'm gonna put a little bit of red into it. Little bit of blue. I'm just putting a little bit of everything into it because we're going to lay it down and it's in the distance, but it's still white, but it's in the distance.
Okay.
A
Why
little more
would you do this with a palette knife and not a brush?
I like the lines that you get in the just painterly quality. With the brush, I mean, you could take a thin brush like that and try to lay in some color. I mean, we could do that. Let's see. We'll try to do that. This is a brush that I have actually cut a lot of the bristles off of it. So I'm going to try to lay in some of the distant fence line with this brush.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you could do it, but your line, my hand shakes just a little bit because of those pops. So, okay. It's just easier for me to take the palette knife and do it. Seems like it's a straighter line too. Okay, and then we got some houses back in there. And it's just a suggestion of a house.
It works.
Yeah. And then we have this road going through there, which is gray road. So we'll see. Don't want it too bright because it's in the shadow. So I'm mixing a little shadow into some lighter blue. Sometimes you can put little tree trunks in the distance too, if you see them. Let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. We got a road going back through there. And okay. Put in some more little details, just suggestions of the landscape back there. Okay. I'm going to hit some of the trees and put maybe a little more light into them.
If you guys like what's happening here, leave a comment, give a little encouragement, thumbs up, applause, a yay, whatever for Lynn, so that she knows that you guys love her. This is not easy to take the pressure of painting online in front of gazillions of people.
Uh, I'll be happy to help you in the field at the PACE convention.
Are you going to be there?
Yeah.
You're teaching? Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. I should have known that.
I'm going to be out there helping in the field. So when you want to know how to make the land lay down or where to add a palette knife, I can help you.
So what that's all about, everybody, is that we have what we call field painters. They're basically coaches. We bring in artists from all over the world and we go painting every day. They're out there to help you. So if you're struggling, and by the way, you don't have to be at any particular level to come. You can be a complete beginner, never having painted before. We get a lot of those. And, you could encounter anybody who's going to be able to help you. So it's really terrific.
Okay.
Okay, somebody asking in the comments, what does plein air mean? Plein air is a French term that has been adopted for outdoor painting. Some say plein air. On my plein air podcast, I call it plein air podcast, but you can use either word. They're both correct. The proper French pronunciation is plein air.
I'm adding a little light to the distance where the river bends back there.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe we'll add a little more detail to this boat.
If you look at your reference photo, that boat just really pops. So I think getting that bright white on there really makes a difference.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The front of the barge really pops too.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is called painting by committee.
I like that.
Yeah. It's like having a film director. Yeah, put a little there, put a little here.
Okay. No,
Yeah. Well, and that's a pretty good focal point area, so that's really going to draw attention there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't recommend you guys using your fingers on oil paint, by the way.
Oh. It's amazing on a beautiful day. The river, all the reflections, and
Oh yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, this is really so far been really great seeing how the sense of finish.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is knowing when to stop. That's the other one you mentioned.
If you guys have comments, if you want to give Lynn any ideas of what you might do when you're finishing the painting, it might be nice.
Yeah. Sometimes I do turn them over to see how they look. Now I'm adding a little more watercolor to define that barge just a little bit more. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see, and then you could put some little dots around it, like there's American flag and stuff like that on the on the tug,
The, the,
little things.
the stern of the tug.
Yeah, all those tugs have names like Tinseltown and Annabelle.
Louisville. What would you name your tugboat, Lynn?
Oh,
Everybody in the chat, what would you name your tugboat? Everybody needs to put a name in the chat.
huh. What would I name my tugboat?
I'm very curious to start reading these names.
Oh,
Thomas. Oh, well, that's creative. Susan,
Thomas the tugboat.
Susan says Thomas. They're a TV show for kids. Pusher. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Create Chug. Chug the tug. It's got some really creative people here.
I like that. Chug.
Tugboat Mary. All right. Tough little tugs.
Oh yeah. Tough little tugs. We got that going on. A little more reflection. Oh,
Old Tugger. That's good. I like it.
we'll put a little
Cat's
something.
Tug. Oh, that's clever. Clever. Queen Tuggy. The influencer. Salty Dog. That's good. They're all good.
Salty dog.
Tugging along. That's good.
A lot of the tugs have female names.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
Yeah, well, boats,
do.
they always refer to boats as she's. Muggs
Oh.
the Tug.
So I'm putting a little lines.
Eugenia says, I'm currently waiting for an oil change for my car. Great way to pass the time watching Lynn's demo. Wonderful demo.
Thanks.
Yeah. We're glad to be able to entertain you guys.
Mhm.
Brenda the Tug. Okay. All right, it's coming along. We're going to be down to the final few minutes here in another couple of minutes.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere, though, everybody. The best is always last.
No pressure.
No pressure. Listen, there's only been 22 million people who have seen this show.
Good job, Eric.
No, that's nice. It has nothing to do with me.
Okay, I'm putting
just
some
show up.
water back into it over. I pulled the trees down into the water for their reflections, and now I'm putting a little definition of water. Doesn't have to be all
It's
over.
really come to life.
Thanks.
Cindy says she worked across the hall from a tugboat company, building company that supplied tugboats all over the world. That'd be a good business.
Yeah, I've had several tug companies purchase my tug paintings.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did tug paintings at Fall Color Week. We did it up in Door County, Wisconsin, and there were a lot of tugs up there. So we did tugboat paintings.
Oh yeah, I love
Fun to
the
paint
tugboats.
because they're so colorful sometimes.
Okay, I'm trying to add a little something to the water, just so it
And,
has a
if you
little.
look at your reference photo, the light is brighter towards the top of the curve.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to do that. Just
No, no. But sometimes it's fun to experiment at the end like that.
yeah. Don't use your fingers.
Oh, okay.
Use them with gloves. I have a friend that had a very tragic end to his life because he painted with his fingers. I won't go into detail.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks for that.
You're dealing with heavy metals and toxic materials. So we don't put those things on our skin typically. So be careful about that. Oh, that little line made a huge difference.
Thanks.
Nice. All right. This is the final countdown, everybody. This is good
Okay.
stuff. Good
Just a
stuff.
little reflection.
So obviously you're not going to get the whole painting done in the next like 2 minutes, but
No.
what are the things that you would be working on after we went off camera?
The reflections more and maybe defining some of the tree shapes a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
You can do a lot with that palette knife and create that
oh,
trail of water. That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
Thanks.
You
Just
could
where,
create kind of a V-shaped trail of water from there. That would be fun.
okay.
All right. Looking good. So you guys need to try this at home. That's your assignment for today.
Yeah. Get out a sunny day picture.
Yeah. Well, we all have pictures on our phones. Lots of pictures. Whenever I'm bored, I just go to my studio and I randomly open up my phone photos, and then I just fling it until it stops, and then I pick something, and then
Oh,
that's what I'm going to paint.
that's good. Yeah, randomly. That really challenges you. Okay. I also, I have these colors mixed up, and then I start blending the colors into each other to make the painting cohesive. Oh. So we got little trees.
All right. I think we're going to call it a day.
Okay.
Everybody give Lynn thumbs up and applause. You've done a really terrific job. Thank you. Why don't you come on camera so everybody can meet you again? There you are.
Hi.
Hey,
Thank you.
you did a
It's-
terrific job, Lynn. Thank you so much. That painting really came alive.
Okay, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone at the PACE convention.
Yeah, PACE stands for Plein Air Convention and Expo. So we're looking forward to seeing you there. Are you driving or flying?
Driving
Driving.
with a friend. Yeah.
How far from Louisville is it? Do you know?
I think it's about eight hours.
That's not bad. you get up early in the morning, you're there by dinner time. And I love this idea of grabbing a friend. I just think, it's fun for, to grab a friend or two and say, hey, let's share a room. Let's just go make a week of it, have a lot of fun. And then you laugh the whole way there. You laugh the whole way home. You laugh the whole time you're there. Have a great time.
Sounds good. I heard there's some dancing going on there too.
Yeah, we have a big dance that we do on the final night. We have the plein air salon awards. We always have some crazy openings. Last year they got me in a sequin tuxedo, and they brought in very tastefully clad Las Vegas dancing girls.
Oh,
I never know what our producers are going to make me do next. The year before, they made me hang upside down. I did a trapeze act hanging upside down. That was fun. Screwed up my back for the rest of my life, but it was still fun.
oh.
Anyway, so we'll see you there. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Our guest today
bye-bye.
has been Lynn Dunbar, and that was great. Watch that again on how to finish a painting. That was really terrific. I want to tell you guys that a couple other things that are happening. I do these retreats. I'm leaving this week for a retreat called Winter Escape, and that's sold out. But the next one we have is in the Adirondack Mountains, and you want to come to that. It's so much fun. Beautiful area. It's called the Publisher's Invitational, Paint Adirondacks. It's a week of painting and no stress. Just go to paintadirondacks.com. I should also mention this. I don't know. Maybe this week we will have the websites up. We have 2 trips planned, and I do trips every year. I do 2 trips every year, and sometimes more. But these I do painting trips, and I do behind the scenes museum trips. So Peter Trippy, the editor of Fine Art Connoisseur, and I are doing a behind the scenes museum trip. It's called the Fine Art Trip, and we're doing it to Japan this year. And it's going to be October 22nd through November 1st. And there's going to be a post trip down to Hiroshima, which everybody says is a must see. I've been to Japan. I can't wait to go back. And it's a must-see thing to do anyway. But I've never been to Hiroshima. We're going to go behind the scenes at the museums. We will oftentimes meet curators. We're going to see a lot of Japanese art, but a lot of Western art, because the second largest collections of Impressionist art happen to be in Japan. So that's coming up. And then for the people who want to go with us, there's also a follow-up trip. A couple days later, we're going to fly from there to China. I went to China last year and had a great time. So it's going to be November 7th through 22nd, and a post trip to the Terracotta Warriors area, the 22nd through 25th. That's going to be a bucket list trip. And by the way, it's not very expensive. The China's a lot less money than Japan. And this is a painting trip. So we paint almost every day. We don't paint on travel days, but like if we're going from one place to another, it's hard to paint. But we have a great time, and they're both limited in attendance. We will be announcing websites for those. A lot of people are already telling us they're going to go. So those are coming up. Watch for those, and it will be terrific. Okay, that's pretty much all I've got for you. We do have Gouache Live coming up, and Gouache Boot Camp is coming up, and we have Acrylic Live coming up. I'll tell you about more of those in the future. But thank you again. Today was a really terrific day, and we learned something today. We're here every weekday at 12 noon. Make sure you subscribe to this program. Go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button on Art School Live. All right, you guys, and we will see you mañana. Bye-bye.